Well, between my prior occupation and time here at Cobb County, I've had a long-running Thanksgiving Day tradition, and that is interviewing Dr. Ike Reichert with MUST Ministries here at the Marietta Square on Thanksgiving morning during the annual Gobble Jog. That packs in thousands of people here in the square each year. It's an event that has been growing, and it's always been MUST Ministries' top fundraising event of the year. So I wanted to keep the tradition alive and again speak to Dr. Reichert about how MUST is dealing with this virtual Gobble Jog this year and how it affects their donations in this time of great need.
Well, one thing about it, Ross, it's a lot later in the day than we normally talk, and it's a whole lot warmer than it usually is early on Thanksgiving morning. But there's a sadness to it because the Gobble Jog has become more of a Marietta event. And I know that Mayor Tumlin and all of his staff, they did everything in the world they could. We delayed as long as we could to make that final announcement that we would not be able to physically run the Gobble Jog this year the way we have in the past. And so it's sad for us because it's really become a Marietta tradition and we get to meet people from all over the nation. Well, last year, over 11,000 runners participated, and by far and away, the Gobble Jog is the largest fundraiser for us. And so there's going to be a major gap. Right now, we're very thankful that runners are signing up virtually to do the race, and we have over 2,200 runners so far who have signed up, and we really encourage people to get their families to do this. Maybe on Thanksgiving morning, you go out and take a walk in your neighborhood, or you go to one of the great Cobb County parks or Cherokee County, and you take that walk and you enjoy it together as a family, socially distanced, because it is a different type of year. But the way that we're bridging the gap, because the need is even greater this year, as you know, anyone would think that with the situation with COVID, there's many more families that are in need. In a normal year, MUST will serve 33,000 unique individuals, but since March the 16th until here on November the 15th, we have served now 149,000 unique individuals. So the need is just astronomical. We're very thankful for the grants that we get from partners, from donors, from our rank and file givers who know that what we raise in money is going to go to feed people, especially during the holidays with our special baskets for Thanksgiving and Christmas. Others have stepped up in remarkable ways. You know, the CARES Giving Act has helped us to be able to get money in that's helping us to be able to buy groceries. And then, of course, we're also doing the opportunities for people to go out and to get the different items that'll help put together a Thanksgiving basket for people and to be able to do the same thing at Christmas. And so people actually going out and buying groceries and donating them is helping us to bridge the gap as well. I think the number one thing people usually think about is the Elizabeth Inn Homeless Shelter when they think of MUST. And next year is going to be our 50th anniversary of MUST being a part of the fabric of this community. And they do tend to think of the homeless shelter, but the food side is just as important, and it's become even more so. We now have 29 food pantries in schools that are in Marietta City and in Cobb County and in Cherokee County, and also at Kennesaw State University. Those pantries are helping to feed people. Since March the 16th, over 1.6 million pounds of food has moved through these different ways for us to be able to distribute to families, along with 1.3 million meals that have been served. And so again, the need has gone up drastically, and we're just praying for people and their generous hearts to help support what we're doing. And this community always comes through in that way for us. And so it's just going to be a part of a Christmas miracle for us. Well, Ross, it is. It's in the book of Leviticus, and it says that if you run the Gobble Jog race, that none of the calories are going to count against you that day. You can take the time to look it up in Leviticus, or you can just trust me. I'm a pastor, right? But this year, I think the Lord also says in His Word, as you have purposed in your heart, that He's going to reward you. So I think if even you're just virtually running this year, I think the calories are not going to count against you, and it's going to be a happy Thanksgiving all the way around.
So for that guilt-free Thanksgiving, register for the virtual Gobble Jog at gobblejog.org and help out MUST Ministries keep the donations coming in during this time of great need, a time of a pandemic during the holidays.